ever fail, just know I'll go again. I never quit, cause I know that every loss may lead to another win. I'm going up. I bet when I land, they gon' tell me it's luck again. See that I'm winning, it's harder to watch. I'm setting the stage, you should give me my props. You ain't got no soul, you lacking the spirit. You talk out your neck, I'ma show you I'm with it. I would really hate for you to sit and watch me win again and win. Oh yeah, whoa. Look, they can never keep me down, I'm going. And if I ever fail, just know I'll go again. I never quit, cause I know that every loss may lead to another win. I'm going up. I bet when I land, they gon' tell me it's luck again. See that I'm winning, it's harder to watch. I'm setting the stage, you should give me my props. You ain't got no soul, you lacking the spirit. You talk out your neck, I'ma show you I'm with it. I would really hate for you to sit and watch me win again and win again and win again. I know it's probably getting on me and win a synonym. So if I ever win again, just know I did the minimum. I didn't have to sell my soul. Oh, yeah. Please don't play no games with me. It was never about the fame to me. They needed the best, so they came to me. Whoa. Who the best in this thing? Tell them, yeah, that's me. Tell them who bring the vibe, say, yeah, that's me. Who make it flip, make it bang, ooh, yeah, that's me. Who make the party feel alive, tell them, yeah, that's me. My girl so proud of your boy when they ask, is that your man? Yeah, that's me. And if I'm taking a shot, I don't miss. Who knew I would be at the top like this? And no one made my goals for me. But I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Cause it's the path that God chose for me. So even if some doors close for me, I still won't let y'all close to me. So please step back where you supposed to be. Put the game all on hold for me. And sit back, watch me roast the beat. It's in my genes, I'm better than them. And I know my flow too sick, I got the medicine. I'm way at the top, who could take my place? I went too hard, can't feel my face. Who the best in this thing? Tell them, yeah, that's me. Tell them who bring the vibe, say, yeah, that's me. Who make it flip, make it bang, ooh, yeah, that's me. Who make the party feel alive, tell them, yeah, that's me. Whoa. Yeah, ooh, yeah, that's me. Who that chillin' at the top, tell them, yeah, that's me. Yeah, yeah, tell them, yeah, that's me. Yeah, I'm chillin' at the top, ooh, yeah, that's me.
Don't test me.
You don't impress me, so don't test me, nah.
So don't test me, nah. Don't test me.
Yo. You don't impress me, so don't test me, nah.
So don't test me, nah. Don't test me.
Yo, they wouldn't let me. Man's gal wanna come undress me. Swing with the right, but I might go lefty. I made plus with it, so don't test me. They wouldn't let me. Man's gal wanna come undress me. Swing with the right, but I might go lefty. I made plus with it, so don't test me. Nah.
You don't impress me, so don't test me, nah.
So don't test me, nah. Don't test me.
You don't impress me.
Sectional champion tonight in Bellville, where the third-seeded Clear Fork Colts take center stage against number 5 Upper Sandusky in a presentation of boys playoff soccer that you can only find right here on the OH Report. It's live, it's free, and it's all on the way. Next.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Home and Kitchen Supply, we're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
It is the Panchos Tacos pregame show, the place that I'm going to be after the game. And tonight's contest, tournament foes each seeking their first playoff win since 2021, just about to compete for a sectional crown here in Bellville. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the fabulous Clear Fork Corral. I'm Brian Skowronski. Got Travis Berardi with me here tonight. Hello. Two teams, both seeking their 7th win of the season, Travis, and both Clear Fork and Upper Sandusky looking for some postseason success here after stumbling a little bit down the stretch. Both feel like there's some confident teams out there, though, walking around and checking them out on the pitch for this pregame.
Yeah, let's talk about the team that's on the screen right now, the Upper Sandusky Rams. A couple tough losses, Crestview 5-3, Oak Harbor 3-2, and before that they played, teams like River Valley, but they played them tough. This is a team that, they play up. Teams they're playing up, they play them tough, and lost 1-0. Clear Fork, a 1-1 tie, so this is a team I think that they have some confidence coming into this matchup.
Yeah, they haven't played their best soccer since about mid-September, just one win over these last 4 weeks, but they get a nice look in their league in that Northwest Central Conference, so they've seen some elite competition that gets them ready for matches like tonight against a team like Clear Fork that perennially, usually above 500, a lot of great weapons over there, so this is a Rams team that they've seen very similar competition.
And they've been scoring goals as of late, just the only thing, they're giving up more goals. So you get the offense, it's just if you can play a solid defensive match like you did against River Valley, which they gave up a quick goal, and then after that shut things down, that could be, something to get you going, and a win against a higher seed in Clear Fork, a team that we thought, might be able to make a run down here. But for Upper Sandusky, the player to watch, this is a kid that they need to score goals here tonight to go with that defense.
Yeah, unquestionably, Gabriel Randall has scored a lot of goals this season. Most of them, though, came early on in the year. Looking at his numbers, he's become more of a distributor here over the last month. I really feel like they're going to have to rely on this dude's speed and skill set in order to break through, get some goals. That needs to be the difference for them, this dude, number 14 in the middle.
And that's what Coach said to us here a little bit ago. He said, we need him to be that dude tonight to get us rolling and give us a shot because, if the team goes the way that he goes.
One of the few players that play club on this Upper Sandusky team, and he's kind of thinking about soccer year-round, plays indoor as well, so he certainly has a skill set fit for a captain and a leader. The opponent, though, playing at home here tonight, Clear Fork, looking for their first trip to districts in the last 3 seasons. Tough ending to the regular season, though. You see that loss to Ashland. That was on senior night. They drew with River Valley in a game that we had live and free, a chance to get a share of the MOAC, too. So I think really expect a motivated bunch. Nate Gailey told us they just want to get that winning mojo back.
Absolutely, and it was a tough one against River Valley. You talked about the way that game went, though, during the match and afterwards. We don't have to talk about that. Crestview, it was might have been a slow pace for them early on. They were able to at least come out with a tie, but this is a team that, they've played some tough competition. That Madison match earlier on in the year, some, really tough teams, Ontario, Norwalk, the likes of that are a division up because they've dropped down now since we've gone to 5, and that makes it very favorable for this team. Don't let the record deceive you. This is a good squad, and now that they're down in the division that they're at, this may be the start of a run.
I think very beneficial for each of these teams, a little bit undersized, to now be competing in a new division. Our player spotlight tonight, Nick Martin. He's brought so much electricity for this team during the second half of the season. He's been finding the back of the net regularly, too, during October. 3 straight games where he's been able to score, so look for Martin to be a difference maker off the wing with his speed and tenacity. Coach told us before the game, and it made sense. He was bringing him off the bench early in the year, trying to find some of the mismatches. Decided tonight, can't wait on that. Right. We need this kind of lineup right away.
Well, this is kind of like what Guardians are playing right now. This is kind of like having a guy like a second Jose Ramirez. You need that big bat in the 8th inning to get a big hit. You get him off the bench for that big opportunity. Well, that's what they do for Nick Martin. He's kind of like a Swiss Army knife. You knew that he can get into space. He can get you some big goals, but you want to keep him fresh for that. But like you said, now that you're in crunch time, you're 1 loss and you're done with your season, you got to have him out there the whole time, just because he can be so good for your offense.
That's exactly what he's been here of late. Saw 2 of his last 3 matches, and really such a dynamic playmaker off of that wing. So look for them to find Nick Martin up in the offensive attack early and often here tonight, as both teams coming out and lining up across the field. Always one of my favorite sights, not just during tournament, but throughout the regular season as well. Just coming out onto the pitch like that and just seeing the raw emotion and the energy. Some teams a little bit subdued, others way over the top. Both of these teams, I think a little bit of a mixture of both here coming out. Don't want to be too hot and heavy at the beginning of the game, as that's just a couple of minutes away. But first, let's honor America with the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see? Just press the play button. There we go.
Hey, sometimes sound people have technical difficulties like us too, so it took them a minute, but we got it in.
And it is just a gorgeous night here in the Clear Fork Valley.
Absolutely.
Picturesque, I think, tonight for a tournament soccer match. Just looking at my computer, I thought that I'd have like the temperature out there. It's got to be what?
It's 57 degrees and sunny, but I mean, look at the backdrop. The leaves are starting to change in the Mohican Valley, the forest over there, and it is a beautiful fall day for some football. tournament style.
As they announce both rosters, we will dive into our keys to victory presented by Panchos Tacos. We'll begin with the Rams, Travis, and since you feel like they got to come out of the gates hot, I'll let you start.
So talking with Coach, the first 5, they need to be playing solid soccer because in the recent losses that they've had, they've given up goals in the first 5 minutes of the first half, in the second half. Other than that, they played really solid. So you got to get a full game together, and it starts with that first 5 minutes because that is always the key to predicting the pace. You conduct the pace, you score early, then you can get into your game. They have to be the ones that set that pace tonight.
And if they're able to do that and make it a shootout here tonight, I think it really favors the Rams. You look at the 6 wins so far this season for Clear Fork, they've allowed only 1 goal. They've got 5 shutouts. They've not been in a game yet where a team's put up 2 and they've had to come back and score 3. So if you put some early goals on the board, certainly favors Upper Sandusky here tonight. For the Colts playing at home, I'm going with inside out. You gotta find Beachy, work it through the midfield, and then you can work it to the wings. They've got a lot of speed out there. We already touched on Martin and what he's able to do. Start on the inside, get it out to the wings, and that's where they've had their best success offensively here over this last month since I've been watching them play.
Absolutely, Mines. Bring the intensity. That first 5 minutes, if you're intense, you can get a goal on the board. You really, like I said, predict that pace. Like I said, for Upper Sandusky, but bring the intensity. You're playing at home. You're playing for a sectional championship, a chance to go to districts in a favorable bracket. Start off strong right off the bat.
The winner of this game will advance and take on number 4 seeded Kenton. That coming up on the 21st next week at Shelby High School. Here is a look at this Division 4 bracket and what lies ahead. And, you know, it's kind of an interesting scenario where Clear Fork is the number 3 seed. They had the option to be where the Cats are right now, take the bye, but that would mean that you'd be sitting and waiting for a week and a half before you would play a match, of course, with their last one coming approximately a week ago on senior night. So Clear Fork and their coaching staff decided it'd probably be better to go get some tournament action, go head-to-head with a team like Upper Sandusky that 5 straight wins over them so far. So they've had that experience and being a little bit better rhythm as you get deeper into the tournament.
Yeah, and for Clear Fork, early on in the schedule especially, you do have like a week off, things like that. But later in the season, you just want to keep rolling. They also scrimmaged Mansfield Senior earlier on during that gap between now and their last game, just to stay fresh. But it's better. I think it's better if you wait too long. You get just complacent. You get a little rusty. You see that in any playoff sport. If you wait too long, it doesn't help out. And it's a smart move not taking the bye. And you've seen this with many good coaches around the area. They won't take that bye because they want to play somebody else. They don't want to just scrimmage and things like that for a week or 10 days.
Yeah, I think a really heady move for both Mansfield Senior and Clear Fork to get on each other's schedule for a joint practice, a la what they do in the NFL during the preseason, get together and get a good look.
Without the fighting, though.
I don't know if there was or wasn't actually, so I can neither confirm nor deny that, but I can tell you for sure, but both of these teams are locked in. They are ready for tournament soccer action, trying to advance into the round of districts as sectional champions. And been a few years here for the Clear Fork Colts. 2021 the last time that they were able to do that. And hey, what's up, Aubrey? Tuning in, cheering on the Rams here tonight. If you want to be featured in the Fan Zone, make sure that you chime in on the game tonight. Drop us some comments and we will shout you out here on the air. Get in the game, be a part of the Fan Zone. Love hearing from you guys. Always want to know where you're watching from as well.
And hopefully you got like the Guardians who are up 2-1 right now on a Kyle Manzardo 2-run homer in the 3rd inning. But you have that on the small screen. You have us on the big screen watching this, what should be a very good, evenly matched soccer matchup here tonight from the Colt Corral.
And as you look at the results for these teams, Upper Sandusky's been allowing some goals here. 9 over their last 3 matches. 7 over the last 3 matches for Clear Fork. I'm expecting a shootout. Haven't been over here in the Colt Corral yet this season, where it's been kind of a back and forth battle and a lot of offense out on display. But I feel like since I walked into the stadium tonight, that's what's on the menu, that we are in line for a high-scoring soccer affair.
Well, it also just goes to the high-quality opponents that Clear Fork has played this season here at the Corral. And again, teams 1-2 divisions ahead of them. Let's play some soccer, shall we?
We are getting it on here at the Colt Corral. Colts with the first touch here tonight. And now it's Upper just looking to switch fields there with Connor Beidelsheis. A little fight for possession. And the Colts will keep it in over on the far side. Before it's knocked out just to the left of Upper Sandusky's bench. Of course, the Rams and their all-white unis, and Clear Fork, a blackout here tonight.
Yeah.
So kind of a fun contrast out there just in terms of the outfits for these two teams.
And we'll see Clear Fork here getting their first real possession in Upper territory. Can they get that quick goal like many teams have against the Rams?
That was certainly the guy that can do it. You want to find Cade Beachy as often as you can. He's just a sophomore, but his head coach, Nate Gailey, kind of went on and on just about the fact that he's so intelligent out there on the field. He's got an unbelievable skill set and great distributor, of course, and has been since last season. Just wishes every now and again that a dude that's got 11 assists will kind of turn that more into about 8 and look to bring his scoring numbers up from 6 goals into more of a double-digit type of campaign.
So, for you Ted Lasso fans, he's kind of like Jamie Tart in the late seasons. When you want him to be Jamie Tart in the early seasons, sometimes you got to be selfish and take that shot. Be me, me, me. But he is like Jamie Tart in the later seasons where he's distributing through him to let everybody else get that offense because people are focusing on him. So, Coach wants him to be me, Jamie Tart, not everybody else from Jamie Tart.
You want the fans up here at Clear Fork to be like, KB,
yes, exactly.
KB,
See, at least you know what's going on there, even though you've only watched like
I've seen
a
that
season
first
and
season.
a half.
Yeah, and a couple episodes into the second one. Great show. Great show.
Just underway. Scoreboard will be more viewable once the sun goes down. It's just a bad angle on it, but there's coming up on 37 minutes left. This is a good angle on an offensive opportunity.
Martin with a nice fake. Now he'll cross it. Drove a laser in there, and it's going to be deflected out of play, but a nice build-up here for the Colts. And a second look on the Mechanics Bank replay. Solid positioning as well. The back line there for Upper. And they've had great stretches this season where they've defended well. Right in the middle of the campaign, had a 4-game win streak. And it looked like might be kind of a special year for them. Came out of the gate slow against some solid opponents. Then, like I mentioned, put together those 4 in a row, all victorious. Been a bit of a struggle since then. Only 2 W's, and they've allowed quite a number of goals here over the last month or so. So that's why my gut feeling, of course, told me that history tends to unfold in similar fashions and could see a lot of goals here tonight.
And they, like I said in the pregame, they have been scoring goals. They just haven't scored more than the other team. They've been in many shootouts, and Clear Fork has not. So going from what you said, if it gets into a shootout, it's more favorable to Upper Sandusky because they're more comfortable playing like that.
Drop kick sent here from Troy Hoffbauer. Colts get to it. Nice build up again, trying to find Martin. It was just a shade too far, but Swandal is able to get there down in the corner. As there's a collision, and I believe this is, I was actually going to say go against Jonathan Craig. Instead, Cade Beachy picks up the foul. Yeah. Just a couple of dudes tussling, going back and forth, shoulder to shoulder.
Here's a nice opportunity for Upper.
Disrupted well by Bronson Frost. He and Liam Beer, they have been such a dynamic 1-2 punch on that back line. This ball hopping around and taken out wide now by McCauley.
That's going to be a corner. That's a great offensive possession by Upper. I was about to say, since that first maybe minute, Clear Fork was controlling it until now, where you always had a beautiful ball into the middle that got deflected back out. Clear Fork couldn't do anything with it, and we're going to get a corner by the Rams.
They'll put it on the right foot of the sophomore Craig. Well driven in there. But first to it was the Colts. I believe that was Beachy was able to get a little sliver of his dome on it.
Here's the Mechanics Bank replaying. Yeah, he had the head down, just flicked it behind him.
One more time. Here's Craig. Sent for the middle. And whoa, what a rocket shot.
Oh, man.
Unbelievable save as Beidelsheis just destroyed that thing. But man, oh man, you got to tip your cap right there for that save, Wes Bunnell. Whew.
And off the bounce, too, he was able to get a rocket off.
Just a bit unfortunate here for Upper that it was sent right at the keeper. And Wes was ready for it.
But Coach has to be happy. We're through that first 5 minutes. Nothing bad happening to the Rams early on, and they nearly made it 1-0.
Now here's Martin. Head of steam. Off the cross, it's low. And diving save made there by Hofbauer. At least didn't allow it to connect on the backside here as the Colts. A couple of guys tracking.
And this is what we've seen early on. Clear Fork focusing on that right side, trying to get across into the square, and Upper's been up for the task.
Beachy from the middle. Nice hop over the rock right there. I think took Craig off guard. And now Swindoll trying to turn the corner as he gets met with some authority there by Carter Howman. Blasted, far post, a bit too far out in front there of Finn McCauley. And some indecision that time by the Colts as looked like Bourne and A.J. Swindoll battling each other for possession. As it floats out near midfield, Beidelsheis. Ooh. I think sent it off of Beers, like right off his eyeball.
Pinballed off a couple gourds.
Maybe he was able to turn sideways. Had to go off the left side of his dome.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it phased him.
First substitution coming in about 7.5 minutes here into the contest. It's made by Upper. Each team, pretty solid bench.
And we're going to get a stoppage. Oh, somebody's bleeding. It might have been off that shot to the head. Maybe off the nose.
It is going to be the senior Liam Beer grabbing his face. You're absolutely right. It looks like he's got blood coming from somewhere.
So maybe, I don't know if he didn't get his face completely turned there and took one off the nose.
Trainer's coming over. Throw a bandage on Liam. And it does look like he's reaching for his nostril. I want to say what's up to Cassie and Cassie. A couple of them out there watching. Hoy cheering on Kevin tonight. Let's go, Kobe. It's Kobe Beidelsheis, just a freshman in the starting lineup here tonight for Upper Sandusky. I think there's probably a handball. They're just going to let it slide.
I was wondering if the ref is going to let it play out to see if Clear Fork maintained possession before calling it, but we play on. Too strong on the pass, though.
Deacon Burton, a couple strides behind, so the throw-in belongs here to the Colts. They've had a couple nice build-ups, as has Upper Sandusky. As we'll get another whistle. That's Coy Bieri who checked in, fouled, and dropped down to the floor.
Yeah, second foul called on the Colts here early on in this first half. Come up on 31 minutes left in the half.
Redirected that time. Beidelsheis. He's got just a good eye for setting up that one-timer.
Yeah, the Colts played 9 back there. Really no chance for Upper to get any open looks.
Redirected back over here to Connor. Looking to shake and bake from the middle of the field. See if they try to get it back to him. A little pressure coming from Swindoll on the far side. And now Beidelsheis. Knockdown foul's going to go against Owen Bourne. We'll get another free kick opportunity here for Upper Sandusky.
And in a good position as well. About 31 yards out.
Kobe.
Ooh, it'll be a corner.
Boy, strong left leg right there. Tough for Wes Bunnell to try to handle. So a second opportunity coming up here for the Rams.
And both shots on goal. Kind of an adventure, bobbled a little bit. Maybe a little tournament nerves going on there, but no ball seen the back of the net yet, so we're good.
Yeah, I think a little combination of putting some heat-seeking missiles on it. Plus, it is tournament time.
Great header to get that out.
Yeah, well done there by Bronson Frost just to turn it away. Second look. Just well whipped out of there. Great clearance off the header. Colts been stuck defending for the last 3 minutes as this one punched forward, and they'll find Cooper Roof.
Upper's been doing a good job as well early on keeping Clear Fork from countering. You had that possession for about 4 minutes that was in Upper's territory, but it wasn't off of a counter. It was just Clear Fork trying to get something going down the right side, crossing it. But I think one of Clear Fork's main things, their main mantra is trying to get that counter, trying to get guys in open space to get the goal and play it through Beachy.
Yeah, they're certainly very effective when they can get it up top to this gentleman right here, just allow that game-changing speed to take over. As Weichel sends it out wide, heavy touch, and it's a giveaway here as Burton took it off his right foot, but back and forth we go. And it skates out here for Upper throw-in. Just about a dozen minutes here into the sectional championship match.
You got to think once one goal goes in the back of the net, it's just going to be like a floodgates opening, right?
I'm always a sucker for offense. Tournament time, typically, though, scoring will come down. I think there's a lot of factors at play. Talked about this on Upper Sandusky's girls match yesterday, a 1-0 victory over Gallion. And congratulations to the Lady Rams. Never won a sectional championship in their program's history. They are marching on to districts for the first time ever. So another one of those teams that they've been matched up and quite undersized, taking on the likes of Ontario, Madison in the first round. Chance to play Gallion in that game.
Yeah.
And they get their first ever sectional win. But, you know, typically we'll see playoffs, you know, the scoring will come down a little bit. Things tighten up.
Yeah, what would happen if the boys got a win here too? Like, soccer's back in Upper with the 2 wins if they can get the victory here.
I did appreciate it was an early kickoff yesterday, 5 o'clock. As soon as the practice was over for the boys team, they came over and they supported the girls, and I think definitely helped bring some juices. This one gets redirected. Martin loading up that right leg. And dips out of bounds.
I think they're going to get their first corner of the night. They will.
Well struck that time, kept it low, tried to drive it into that back post.
Playing it short.
Yeah, Weichel short here from Macaulay.
Not what they wanted, though.
Yeah, and especially with the pressure not coming over to Landon, but they'll maintain possession. Heat seeker out here for Weichel. Looking to make a move. He goes touchline. A couple, sets it up. And Beachy off the cross. Does
Backside.
just miss. Not sure if that was touched by a diving Hofbauer or not. Referee indicates that it is. We'll take a secondary look. And boy, nice setup there for Bieri.
Yeah, had that. It was. I think it was more towards the outside of the net, but the keeper he didn't want to take a chance, deflected it out, and we go to the other side for the Colts.
Another chance for Weichel, low, near post. And that one sails. So Clear Fork, a couple decent looks here off of these set pieces. Beachy Giving up the body, diving just to get ahead on it, and actually really well struck just off target.
We talked about Upper Sandusky falling 1-0 to River Valley. Coach saying before the match that, you know, it was one of those matches that we tend to see here a lot where the team that did not win pretty much controlled the pace. They outshot River Valley, they had possession, everything like that, but River Valley on their one main chance was able to score and then we were able to hold them off.
Oh, how about the setup swings? Oh, poked away at the last moment there by Deegan McLaughlin.
He was
beautiful piece of defense.
Just able to get the foot in there to deflect it out.
Hold on, it looks like we've got some special information coming in.
Just one of those blue balls got to come up here.
Typically when someone comes, you know, lurking inside that door, they've got something to say.
Well, I mean, we did give her a VIP pass to be anywhere she wants for an OH report match, so she can be in here.
Got a whistle. It'll shut this thing down. I believe it's going to be offsides and the first against either unit. And you see trying to hold up as long as he could, but Beachy just a step off.
Well, the play before that was a great defensive effort from, let me look at the number. McLaughlin, yeah, where he came from behind and actually deflected it off the Colt player as it went out of bounds. So it wasn't a corner, it was a goal kick that set up that last play you just saw on replay.
Beautiful feed, but trying to whip it out to the wing doesn't get there as Howman does. Off the turn, Roof taking his time. Now he'll zip it and taken by the Colts here in stride. Nice touch. Flicked forward and probably a smart play that time just to knock it out of bounds there by Julio Santos.
Yeah, smart play. Just let your defense get back and reset. That is exactly what he was able to do here. So we approach the midway point of half number one.
Really young roster looking from top to bottom as I see freshman Deacon Burton getting back into the fold here. And for Clear Fork, 1 year advance removed from that where they played a bunch of freshmen last year. And now the bulk majority of the roster made up of sophomores. As Beachy, I think, certainly thought that he was going to get a whistle there. And Jennifer McCurry, how about that pose, Travis? How close can you get to doing the splits?
You want to see me in the hospital for about a month?
We can get you in a wheelchair. You'd be fine.
I'll pass.
Find you a nice intern just to wheel you around everywhere.
Would you like internship hours? Push Big League Berardi around. Sign up now.
Yeah. Let's see what kind of hits we get on that one. We'll post that out on the socials. But it's as long as we can live stream you doing the full splits. That's what makes it relevant.
I don't know if I want that out there in the universe forever to replay my pain. I don't know. Maybe. Some people would like that.
Keep those comments coming, folks. And I love the fanfares coming in on both sides. Here's Keith cheering on the Colts with a big smiley face. Kaylee, let's go Colts. Happy 16th birthday to Wesley. A little belated.
2 days ago.
Yesterday. 2 days?
Yeah, it's the 17th.
Oh, boy.
2 weeks from Halloween. And then we get into the holiday season. I know your Christmas tree is going to be coming up in 15 days.
There'll be spooky skeletons on it coming up here in just a couple. Believe that. Thanksgiving gets no respect in my home.
Well, I know Mrs. Skowronski starts. Is she not cooking again, the turkey this year? I know you used to do the Bob Evans feast, but now it's more making your own.
Yes, we still go to Bob Evans for the cranberry sauce.
Oh, absolutely.
I can't turn that down.
Got to do the rolls, too. Their rolls are
chef's kiss. I get homemade rolls.
Okay.
But
hey,
we go
that's even
for
good too.
Cranberry sauce and the pie. So they take care of the sweets, and my wife takes care of everything else. I am basically useless other than devouring what is made on Thanksgiving.
Watching some football.
I'm definitely good for that.
And I hear you're welcome from Jory, who is running camera tonight, so she's looking forward to that.
But are you looking forward to seeing Big League Berardi do the splits?
Oh,
Please
Lord.
chime in. That's our question of the night. Would you intern for us if Travis does indeed end up in a wheelchair? We don't know how long it could be for. Could be days, could be months. Who knows? Would you sign up for that?
I would not.
Nice clearance again by Upper. Seen on a couple of occasions.
Had a chance for a counter there, but waited maybe just a second too long for it to develop, and Clear Fork was able to get back.
Colts have been dominating time of possession about the last 5 or so as Beachy makes a lot of strides out to the left wing. Can't keep it in the field of play, but look at the acceleration and the effort. Do love seeing that.
Got a couple more substitutions here as we hit 20 minutes left in the half.
And just much different conditions here tonight than the soccer match I did last night, where it was about 40 degrees. 42, I believe, when it started, finished at 40.
It is a beautiful evening.
Yeah, picturesque, no jacket necessary.
Whole weekend's supposed to be nice. Oh,
wow.
We nearly had an own goal.
Give some credit to McCauley. He whipped this thing in there, had some nice bend on it. And Santos, a little side Cobra Kai kick.
And
I
a
think
little
you got that
sigh
from
of
Netflix.
relief, too.
And the goalie, yeah, Hoffbauer was like, man.
Bro, what are you doing? Third corner for Clear Fork. That's a nice ball. Backside.
Swindoll knocks it down. Here's Beer getting involved. Oh, Liam. Sick move. The setup, though, knocked away. That was Deacon stepping in between.
Yeah, he did a really good job of reading that, kind of like a cornerback going for an interception. Not a pick six, but does knock it away.
Quick throw in for Landon McCauley. And now this one striped down another way for Kobe Beidelsheis. Be an easy play for West Bunnell. But another look at the whoop.
And then watch right here. You saw him at the tail end, him taking off immediately to cut off that pass.
Another Colts throw in. Be Finn McCauley this time. First redirected by Craig, but back to him. And somehow finds his way out of the crowd. He'll play it up through the middle, and you saw Will Stewart calling for it here on the near side wing.
Don't know if that was just mishit or he was expecting his left side teammate to kind of cut. Well, he did.
I think he tried to throw
too.
a little no-look pass,
Yeah.
is what that looked like. And I don't mind it. I mean, you got Cade Beachy striding. Just an excellent break by Hoffbauer coming off that back line. A couple more substitutions checking in here for Upper Sandusky. John Searfoss, first year as the head coach for the Rams and looking for win number 7. Was an assistant for several seasons. Doing a nice job of keeping his guys fresh. A lot of rotation here in the first 22 minutes.
And as we all know, the Northern 10 does not have soccer, so they are in
the Northwest Central League.
With the likes of Ada, Riverdale, Liberty Benton.
Yeah, 3-way tie for 3rd this year for Upper Sandusky.
Split with Riverdale and Ada.
Liberty Benton ran away with it, I believe. Just one loss for them overall in the season.
As usual, they're a small school power when it comes to soccer.
Yeah, top seed in their district. So the Eagles certainly a favorite to try to get to a regional. A little bit of chaos, and now the Colts come away. Stewart makes a nice move. He's got friends. Here comes McCauley. Not a great
I think, again, it was
shot.
miscommunication.
Yeah.
Looking for that pass. His teammate just stopped. He was looking to go to the other way.
Gabriel Randall.
Randall, after a quick blow, he's right back out there for Upper Sandusky, our player spotlight here tonight. He's been a little bit quiet in terms of his touches. Haven't been able to find him very often in the midfield, and I think a lot of that credit's got to go to Weichel. Seems to have the duty of kind of marking him up so far. As Beidelsheis was looking to take on a couple defenders. Almost had it hop right back to him off a couple pinball shots.
Nice turn. Oh,
nearly got the perfect break for Finn. See if they'll try it again. McCauley staying onside. And deep look here. Hoffbauer all over it. He was near the edge of the 18.
Yeah, that was really close to Clear Fork getting a very good look at net. But you see that a lot in the beautiful game. Just so close, but a great defensive stop.
Deflected out. Stewart bending back inside. Stride for stride here with Richards. And he'll set it up. Oh, almost a beautiful one-timer for Weichel. But we've seen Upper Sandusky, this is about the 5th occasion off the cross. They've gotten to it first.
Yeah, but Upper Sandusky doing an amazing job defensively when they're inside the 6 of just shutting passing lanes down, getting there and clearing it out.
Big launch that time by Will Stewart.
Went right in the middle of 5 white jerseys.
Now he's got it back here on the right wing. Looking for somebody. Had McCauley calling for it. I think they're giving Clear Fork a free kick here.
Maybe a handball or something?
Didn't quite catch it, but it will certainly favor the Colts. Two-man wall set up. McCauley launches over the top, back post.
Oh.
Had options. Now that one blistered again. That was Frost. Another rocket from Bronson.
Ping, 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 ping. Just pinballing around.
A lot of bodies back in there. Just a full scrum. Take a second look at the first. Hops down and then just blasted into a crowd.
We'll say Upper Sandusky's been flirting with disaster here the last couple of minutes. Chance after chance for Clear Fork, but bend but not break.
Time of possession the last dozen minutes has been dominated here by the Colts. As they'll shift this one down into the corner for Stewart.
Nice reversal.
Clear Fork finding feet. Now Frost makes his run. Oh, what a move by Beachy. I think he was looking for his own. And then Martin just splashes that one back into the student section. Way too much sauce.
And once again, we've just seen Clear Fork favoring that right side of the attack. No reversal, no trying to spread out Upper. And I think if they can just do that a little bit more, if they can get a reversal, not even to the far left side, but if they can just spread out Upper a little bit more, they're going to open up those passing lanes. Because you can see they get the attack down to the goal line. It's just Upper's able to just collapse on it and not give them a chance. If they can spread it out a little bit, I think they're going to have some more open looks.
And recalling back to my key to victory tonight, inside out for Clear Fork. Try to work it from the middle. Get some offense coming from the wing. Done a little bit of a reverse on that, where a lot of the crosses have come in and have been disrupted by the Rams. And most of them here from this right wing, to your point. Weichel's going to hold up and allow A.J. Swindoll to get back in.
And for the Rams,
Upper Sandusky also checks in Cooper Roof. They did say Swindle over the loudspeakers. I've called the man and his brother Swindoll all year. No one's corrected me, Travis. What do we go with here?
I think it's Swindoll. I don't know.
So
Swindle.
they might have it wrong downstairs?
Swindoll, I don't know.
Well, if you know, that's why we got the comment section. So I'm saying that normally, you know, an aunt or an uncle or a friend or someone.
Oh, yeah, they'll make sure we
they'll
know,
hit me
yeah.
up. Yeah, the
Which they should.
pronunciation is this. Yeah,
Yes.
we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hate getting somebody's name wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But there's been plenty of Swindalls to come through around here,
Yes.
so just assumed. Great ball movement. Here we go. A little side-to-side action. Now they'll flip it to Martin down in the corner. Draws a crowd off the triple
Backside.
team.
Oh, my goodness. But did you see what that did? That opened things up. A great look by Clear Fork right there.
And Setzer, I think he played this one off his chest. Yeah, he did. I haven't seen too many goals off of a Chester, if that's what you call it.
That was a great opportunity. It wasn't high enough for the header, so he just used the body to deflect it. Nearly made it 1-0.
Now Setzer, is it too far out in front? Great effort, but the slide is behind for McCauley.
Nearly.
He gave it everything.
And on that turf, you just keep sliding.
Walking out on the pitch here tonight. No rain here the last couple of days, so it's perfect conditions down there. And to Jess Brokaw's point, talking about a lead referee that broke her ankle on a grass field the other day. It's nice and smooth out here. Nearly perfect. This pitch has really held up nicely, and they play a lot of games over here. Martin, big first touch. And still popped up, but it'll be cleared out of there right now by Upper, as we've got a player down right now. I do believe that's Santos. And whipped out again here by the Rams. And
Clearfork just played it out of bounds to let
nice
the
courteous
trainer come
play.
out. Yeah, dangerous play down there by the goal. I believe he was the one that helped clear it out too.
It is Julio Santos who's down. He made the play, but at what cost? As both trainers over there giving some attention to Julio.
That just shows both these teams doing whatever it takes to get that win, that tournament win that they haven't been able to get in so long. And actually, it's his own keeper.
Yeah, unquestionably, Hoffbauer on the slide right there. And don't anticipate that you'll get some friendly fire like we just saw.
And he needed to make that play, too, as the keeper. He needed to slide down and block that angle. It's just he took out the Clearfork player and his own. But it looks like he's all right.
Back into the fan zone we go. Already saw Cassie squared out there. What's up, Cassie Boffman? Surprised she's not here. I almost always see her down in the bleachers, unless she is, and I just didn't spot her yet. She's usually here, and then we bump into her at Panchos Tacos after the game.
Maybe she's at Panchos Tacos.
Let's see. Swindle. So no all.
It's Swindle.
Swindle. Yeah, that'll work out great if he does score.
Or if he goes, Swindle.
Heck yeah. So, thank you, guys. It only took till the playoffs to finally get it right.
Oh, man. That reminds me of Hillsdale. One of their players, their parents, didn't tell me until their last home game of her senior season.
Yeah.
Sermalis, not Sermulius. Sermalis.
Better late than never. Heard that my whole life. Nice move down to the corner for a roof. This will be placed out. Another corner kick coming. This will be the third from the same location as Craig makes his trot down into the corner. Surprisingly, scoreless so far.
And this might be the case for Upper or Clearfork. Controlling the pace, but Upper has that one shot.
Back post, redirected, still up for grabs. And the Colts cannot clear it out of there, not just yet. A couple of swings at it there by Burton. And what do we got?
I'd never seen the arms out to the side of the referee there. High kick. Is there such? There is no such thing as a high kick.
Yeah,
is there? Yeah, high kick. Yeah.
Dangerous play if you're
yeah.
near somebody's chinny chin chin.
I just know in hockey the high stick you can't hit it above, I think, your shoulder length. So that might be.
Referee was right on top of it. So the foul against Upper. And now Beachy does a nice job to control out wide here for Setzer. And that last connecting pass disrupted, at least for now. It was Howland back there. Beidelsheim is looking to get something going. Great cross into the middle of the field for Burton.
A little too strong, though.
And the Colts, strength in numbers, back defending with 5. We'll see if they can flip the field here. McCauley up front. Oh,
he's
great
onside.
look. Martin's got it. Can he get a shot? Wants to set up that right foot at hesitation. And again, blocked out there by Upper Sandusky's back line.
That time the Rams, because the ball was hanging around midfield enough, were able to get back on that counter, outnumber Clear Fork, and shut that passing lane down.
It was Jonathan Craig, the sophomore, getting involved. See if they fade it back from McCauley. They will. Swindle here, back post. Kept in, low driven. Still in the field of play. Hoffbauer, I think, was looking around like, is this okay? It definitely looks out. But
goal kick nonetheless.
Oh, okay. So it was out.
Yeah.
Beachy certainly fouled right there. Caleb Arter.
That's the first to go against Upper Sandusky tonight.
Well, we just had the high kick or whatever the call was.
Is that a violation or a foul?
Same thing.
Yeah.
It's all the same game. Driven into the hands of the keeper, Hoffbauer. Doing a nice job keeping that clean sheet so far.
3-2 the shots on goal in favor of Clear Fork. Out shooting, though, 9-2 overall.
This will be pitched out in front of Martin. Left foot off the bounce. McCauley was right there and just, I don't think anticipated it. Didn't really get a swing.
I don't know, he's kind of off to the side of his body, too. And that might have nearly been an own goal again. Saw 17.
That's Hellman.
Yeah.
Nick again drops it back. McCauley this time does get a direct hit, but deflected yet again. It was Randall getting in between.
Soccer ball took a wicked bounce there, too.
Well done by Beachy just to shield off the defense. Corner kick on the way now for the Colts. Finn lobs one too far. Now Landon into the teeth of the defense. And I've seen more deflections down in this box in these first 35 minutes than you'll see for most matches combined. Just a lot of rockets redirected.
Upper Sandusky not afraid to put their bodies in front of the ball, no matter how hard it's hit at them. That's tournament soccer for you, though. You lose, there is no tomorrow. As Apollo Creed would say, there is no tomorrow, Rock. There is no tomorrow.
You almost feel like you're on the beach out here. You can sense them, right? One of the great quotes all time. Who will live to play tomorrow? One of these teams moving on to the districts. Kenton awaiting them, the number 4 seed in the district. And great pressure here by the Rams, but it leads to a goal kick. And Beer,
he's just trying to
he
push
did
Beer
well
into the ball to get the corner. But yeah,
just fancy toe taps all around it.
Final 3 minutes of the half.
Smashed out here by Brant Richards, so it'll be Clear Fork throw-in. Looking for a late half goal. Try to create some chaos here with Beachy.
And it's been the Colts defense keeping that shootout from really getting going. 0-0 so far.
Build-up doesn't transpire. think Beidelsheis thought that he laid it out well for Burton. But on this turf sometimes, just be a little bit too much. Upper Sandusky playing on natural grass and on a smaller field, not a full size. And I've talked to, quite a number of coaches throughout the years that do play on natural grass, and then once you get to the tournament,
much faster.
Yeah, it's almost always played on the turf for obvious reasons.
Until you get to Cruz Stadium. Get back on that natural grass.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Final couple minutes. Always big, can be game-changing.
And this has kind of been the match where both coaches, what they didn't want to see happen here. Upper Sandusky, they want to get some goals in early, get that shootout mentality going. Not happening. For Clear Fork, it's been like some of the matches we've seen where they're controlling the pace. They're getting the shots, but nothing's going in yet.
Yeah, they haven't had too many real quality looks. As this one, dangerous, redirected a couple times and into the back of the net. Will Stewart sauces it after it bounced around a few different times and then laid into the back for a 1-0 lead.
I stand corrected.
Bouncing ball, nobody was able to get a clean look on it until Stewart came into the picture. Here he is, just waiting patiently, right place, right time, and able to hammer it home just beyond Carter Howman for a 1-0 advantage.
And it came in the final 5 minutes of the half, that 5-minute sections once again.
You talked about the first 5 being relevant, certainly the last 5, and the late time, if you will, always seems like it brings just a little bit more with it.
Now for the last 65 seconds for Upper, you got to keep it at 1-0, or at least try and get something on net, because you don't want it to start quicksanding out of control.
And for Clear Fork, just 1 goal in each of their last 2 matches. And now make it 3 in a row, so it's a good start for them. Beidelsheis, though, hoping for an answer. As Stewart able to get a nice chunk of that and totally reverses the field here. Final 20 seconds. Colts with enough time to try to get one more look. Upper with other plans, though that one intended for nobody in particular. Kobe Beidelsheis had the best look at it.
5, 4, 3.
See if they just let it rip. Macaulay does. And that will do it for the opening half. Will Stewart changing the entire complexion of the game as he delivers the go-ahead goal here with just over a minute to play in half number 1. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll return with your Panchos Tacos halftime report. Travis and I will break down all of these first half stats, give you a bit of analysis, give you an update on that Guardians game, and then we'll get you all set for the second 40 minutes. You're enjoying live and free tournament soccer exclusively on the OH Report.
Carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients, they'll test them afterwards as well, and they're testing for both purity and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease, we have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Kitchen Supply. We're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Soccer coverage brought to you by our wonderful sponsors, Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Health Source, helping you choose effective vitamins and supplements and can prepare custom medications as prescribed by your healthcare provider or veterinarian to manage hormone balance, mouth soreness, pain, autoimmune conditions, and many more. Panchos Tacos. Come on down to Panchos Tacos to get the best food and drinks in town, located in Mansfield, Bellville, and now Mount Vernon. Try our delicious tacos, rice bowls, fajitas, and of course, margaritas. After the game, see you soon, amigos, and you can see us at the Bellville location after the match. Quest Federal Credit Union. You're a full-service financial institution ready to support you, your family, and your goals. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. And Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows, and doors since 1970. Thank you all for allowing us to be live and free tonight.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients, they'll test them afterwards as well, and they're testing for both purity and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease, we have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Kitchen Supply, we're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Panchos Tacos halftime show. 1-0 right now, the cushion for Clear Fork here at home over Upper Sandusky. The difference right now, a late first half goal put away by Will Stewart as the senior changes the entire complexion of this match. Brian Skowronski here with you alongside Travis Berardi, and that's it right there. Game-changing play. I talk about it every single soccer match, that there's just something special about getting a goal within the last 2 or 3 minutes of a half. It changes how you feel about yourself one way or the other if you're a team. And right now for Clear Fork, they were right there on the doorstep. Finally, someone lets them in. Could be all that they need to try to get that win here at home tonight.
You know, I was saying Upper's been kind of flirting with disaster with the amount of times Clear Fork has been in the offensive end. I mean, 13 shots to 2, 6 on goal to 2, and finally they got that one to go in. And like you said, that's at least it's a momentum changer, but will it be enough against an Upper Sandusky squad that they've shown they can put goals in the net? However, Clear Fork controlling the pace tonight, 60-40 on possessions. Only one offsides, pretty clean match so far, 3 fouls to 2, and then the corners. Both teams had quite a few opportunities for it, but have not cashed in.
We saw Clear Fork 2 different occasions, I think, really did set up some solid set pieces off of the corner kicks and weren't able to put anything away. However, that goal by Stewart really does change the way that we're looking at this match heading into the second half. And there, a look at the district and what lies ahead for both of these teams. I do feel like Troy Hoffbauer played quite well, though, in the first half. He was in solid position, and anytime that you're peppering 13 shots and about half of them on net, that means that you're doing well to at least be where you need to. You're directing traffic, and the defensive back line for Upper Sandusky flirting with disaster, like you said, but at the same time, if you're just flirting and you don't go too far, Travis, is it a big deal? Not most of the time.
But you gave him the goal with 90, and that's what even hurts worse, is you've been escaping for the whole match until the last 90 seconds of the half, and you give that up. That just deflates you. And hopefully, you know, you get a good enough, you get these adjustments done at the break, you get a good enough pep talk to get you back in. Just, you're only 1 goal down, though. It's not that bad. You get one in, especially quick, you're back to even, and it's a brand new game.
And I did see that we had about 3 or 4 messages come into our Facebook asking if we were going to have the Vermilion Sailors in the soccer coming up here. Maybe if they advance, we could see them on Monday over at Shelby in the second half of the doubleheader over there. Could be. Might be a 1 versus 2 matchup. Could be chalk 1, 2, 3, 4 all across the board in that Shelby district. We'll certainly be there if Clear Fork were to advance here today, and well, we'll probably follow Upper too. So no matter what, we'll be there for that first match.
And any Vermilion fans that know any businesses that want to sponsor will gladly take sponsorship for that match too.
Holler at me and Travis. We're happy to hook you guys up, bringing the covers that you so desire.
And people think, oh, well, you just cover your teams. We got our start with a team all the way out in the western part of the state for a girls basketball squad that went to a state championship and followed them all the way.
I believe you're referring to the Napoleon
Yes,
Wildcats.
So we do listen to some of those requests if it's feasible.
Kind of a fast start here for Upper Sandusky, and haven't seen our player spotlight Gabriel Randall have too many touches so far in the midfield. That was one of those rare opportunities. Colts.
We've seen that with the Colts defense. They're able to key on some of these main players, and they make other guys beat you. That's one good thing. But with just the competition that Clear Fork's faced, those teams, multiple players that can do that, like a Norwalk, like an Ontario, like a Madison, who all these teams higher seeded squads because they have the multiple players. That shot.
Yeah, there's
Sails
Gabriel
wide.
right there.
Yeah.
Dude just let it rip, and
he heard me.
This is the only time tonight that we've really seen him take matters into his own hands. Kind of a 1-on-2 situation there. Splits the gap, has a little bit of a crease, and unwinds one. And well done there that time by the keeper, Wes Bunnell, just to allow it to sell about 2 feet wide. Not try to get hands on that because there was about 100 degrees of pressure behind that shot. Oh, nice touch by McCauley. He makes his run. A couple in the middle here for Martin. See if he tries to bend it middle. He will. Off the cross.
Ooh.
Little sidewinder.
Couple whiffs right there.
And sometimes that's all you got to do, just create chaos.
Yes.
Put it in the middle of the park there in front of the net, and sometimes good things happen as Santos, like you said, a little bit of a whiffa.
We said at half we would update the Guardians game. Guardians 2-1, bottom 6, 1 out, runner on second. Need to win this game. You can't go down 3-0 against the Yankees in the CS.
Can't go 3 down to anybody.
Can't go 2 down in this match. The way they played the first half, a 2-goal lead may be enough.
Oh, is it 2-0? Here
there it is.
Nick Martin on the money. Gorgeous setup from Cade Beachy. Martin has been on a tear. His 4th goal in as many matches, and the Colts riding that momentum they built at the end of half number 1. 2 goals now over the last 5 minutes of gameplay.
Wow. There's that spark plug once again in the second half. And 2-0, I mean, I was about to finish that by saying, however, a 2-goal lead is one of the toughest leads to hold. We'll see if Clear Fork now can just ride that momentum to a sectional championship.
I know way less about soccer than a lot of the coaches that like to use that terminology. I just never buy it. I'd much rather have that 2-0 lead than
absolutely.
many of the other ones.
4th straight. This is the time to get hot, too. Clear Fork early on in the season trying to look for that offense to get through Beachy, to help him out. And Nick Martin may be that piece, and they're getting him at the perfect time as you get into the tournament.
He has been that microwave for them on offense all year. Came off the bench early in the season, now getting the start and paying dividends tonight for Coach Nate Gailey. And for Upper Sandusky, now it's gut check time. When it's 1-0, you still feel like basically you're just right there neck and neck. I feel like there's a difference with the urgency when you start seeing that you got to put a 2-piece up just to get back to square one. See if they're feeling that right now as this is unloaded and Gabriel punches it into the hands of Bunnell. Took a 1-hopper. Another solid shot from him from long range, and certainly starting to look for his shooting ability.
So that has to be Natalie Gailey, because Nathan I'm looking right at down here about 25 yards away. So hello. Thank you for watching.
Maybe he's been able to find a way to get that AI clone of himself already. The technology's out there. Is this one driven to the back? Hello.
Here's your shootout.
From downtown into the right corner, Caleb Arter drills it.
By number 10, Caleb Arter.
This is my anticipation for the match. Felt like we were going to have some offense. And all of a sudden, 3 goals all lumped on top of each other in the last 5.5 minutes.
That is a big goal for Upper Sandusky. They answer immediately, and now you're back to where you were to start the half only 3 minutes and 54 seconds ago.
Absolute rocket launcher.
We got goals here. The Guardians are putting up runs. We're getting points everywhere in Ohio tonight.
Offense getting served up on a platter right now. Can each of these offenses keep it up? For the Rams, I think they probably felt like in that first half they had a few opportunities to pull up from downtown. Now here in the second half, we've already seen 3 shots from beyond that 20-yard mark. And the latest paying dividends.
And it doesn't matter how far back. If you can get a solid, hard shot on, especially skipping off of this turf, it's still going to be effective.
Colts still with a 1-goal lead. Looking for some profits down here in the attacking third. Working his way in and punching it forward was Bourne. And Martin a little bit behind this one.
That's a good job by one of the upper defenders to just box out the Clear Fork player there too.
Oh, this will make its way through Martin. Looking for a second.
Ooh.
Deflected off the face of Julio Santos. And we saw him go down earlier, got his ankles taken out. This time,
he's getting his work in tonight.
Averages say that midsection's next.
Yeah, I think the lob averages say, Travis. They've got him down low. They've got him up top. Look out for that belly, buddy. You might want to protect it.
Oh, I don't. Yeah.
I think that one got just a little bit too much air.
Yep. That sailed too long there.
Show this to you one more time. It almost looked like it hit off his hands.
But I think
so.
I don't think it's a handball by the way he didn't have his hands extended. I know there's some, but I don't know.
I think that's just a role in the girls' game. Yeah, I think our producer makes a good point. If that would have just smashed him right on top of the schnoz like we saw with Beer earlier, there's definitely going to be a bit more of a reaction. So I think the referees might have missed that one.
We'll see if that's...
You know, I got to say, I'm okay if they allow that rule that you can protect the moneymaker in that fashion.
Yeah, it was up towards the... I mean...
Yeah, God only gives you one.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah,
you got to protect it at all costs.
I know. We've already seen one clear fork player come off with a bloodied nose because he just gave it all.
Yeah, luckily homecoming season is behind us now. You don't got to worry about...
Hey, we're only a couple months away from prom. You get that nose readjusted, it's not going to look good unless, you know...
We're still about 5-6 months away from the prom season, okay?
Oh, yes, you have a daughter that will now be going to the prom, so I know you don't want to be thinking about that just yet, buddy.
Crazy. Went to 2 homecomings this year.
2?
Got invited to a 3rd.
Which ones? I know
She went
Ontario.
to, Mansfield Senior last weekend, too.
Oh, that's a party. And what was the 3rd?
Mansfield Christian she could have gone to as well, but...
Congrats, Mansfield Christian Volleyball. First sectional championship in 16 years.
Down into the corner. McLaughlin turns it away. The Colt throw-in. And whistle stopping things. I'm not sure what for.
Maybe a shoe tying timeout? Oh.
Nice job by Martin. Knocked that straight down. But the cross finds an upper foot. So the throw in now for Bourne from midfield down to Martin. And tough,
hard touch.
Yeah, tough time right there. Flicked forward. Just trying to give his teammates a chance as Randall. Beer, as is typical, will get there first. Hands all over the back of him from Beidelsheis. And I got to presume that this will go against Connor?
Has to be. Beer had position, everything just got taken down. 3rd upper foul of the night.
In the girls' match yesterday between Galleon and Upper Sandusky, I think they went like 65 minutes before there was the first foul, which I'm not sure how you do that. That's a little bit too much niceness out there on the pitch.
Here, you have it. More like, as Aaron Rodgers would say, sarcastaball.
Yeah, he needs to coin that. Oh, well struck again. And does sail just a bit to the west. But now looking for it, feeling it is Randall from outside. And he can play with each boot, doesn't matter. Nicely struck that time with the left.
How accurate are you with your off foot?
Not that good. I mean, didn't you see me in the All-Star match just try to use my good foot? How accurate am I with that
This is
one?
true. I don't even think I've tried to kick with my left foot.
A little bit mishit that time from Kobe Beidelsheis. We'll test it. I'll try just all left-footed kicks this year at the All-Star match, which coming up here in just it's not too far off. I think about a month from today. Be back over at Crestview this season.
It's not Shelby?
Not this year. Yeah, they're going back over into Cougar country.
Alrighty. Speaking of Shelby, tomorrow night, man.
Big one.
Oof.
Actually, I was just fielding some texts here asking if we were going to be carrying that game.
I wish so bad we could,
So
but
much.
because of things, we can't.
Things.
That's all I'm going to say, just things.
Off the chase. Wise business decision by Santos to punch it out. Martin was tracking right behind, and I think he's going to win a foot race over anybody out here on the pitch.
And he respected the speed of Clear Fork there. He kicked it more towards the flag instead of straight sideways. He was afraid it might have got picked off before it got out of bounds.
Beachy through a double team, split it. Now right back to the middle. We'll set it up. Martin unloads. And just sizzles the bacon a bit too far out of range.
Overcooked it there.
I do actually like my bacon overcooked.
I like crunchy bacon. Oh, yeah. Especially bacon sandwich with cheese.
It's the one food that,
Crunchy.
well, I guess cheese too. I kind of like just crunchy overcooked cheese if you want to throw that on anything.
No, just with cheese after you cook the bacon.
Of course.
Add some cheese. Nothing like a good bacon sandwich for breakfast, though.
Yeah, people that like chewy bacon,
no.
Can't figure that one out.
No. Love my clogged arteries. Give me crunchy bacon.
Oh, Swindle nearly had a nice piece on the money. This one chipped into room again, and they're just trying to get it to Nick Martin. They will here. Turns touchline and played it off the defender Santos. Should be a corner.
Yep.
So well played, and the acceleration of Martin paying off yet again here for Coach Gailey's bunch. Let's see, are they putting Weichel on it? They will. Sophomore's got it teed up. Dozen minutes here into the match. And he'll poke it back post. Well struck and Beachy! Back to a 2-score differential. Set it up with the right foot. The sophomore connection. And the Eagle has landed again.
Beachy, assisted by number 16, A.J. Swindle.
Off the shoulder set up. One-timer to perfection.
I was literally about to say, you know, we saw the quick goals in the first 5 minutes, but both teams have calmed down. Then you see this goal from Beachy that, did that nutmeg him? I don't know if he misplayed the bounce, but it finds the back of the net, and it's back to a 2-goal lead for the Colts.
Spoke at length before the match tonight with Nathan Gailey about Cade Beachy. And just him looking for his own shot. He said, kind of wish he would more often. Got it right there. And it's turned the tides yet again as the Colts back up by a couple. As McCauley turns into traffic, and Burton battling for it now. And just willing and dealing a bit too much there, I think, for Finn. That's just one of those like video game moves where you just start button mashing. Yeah. What's up, Jesus? Says, vamos, Rams. Dig it. Sherrod, good luck, Clear Fork. Go, Colts.
You remember those basketball mixtape videos?
Oh,
the
please.
professor and stuff, you know?
There was a time in my youth, Travis, in the early 2000s, where I truly believe that N1 was more popular than the NBA.
ESPN had it on, those episodes. I mean, the professor. Look at the professor. Oh, my goodness.
I think there was just a little bit of a lull, the Jordan Wizards years, where we were in between superstars. Kobe was about to make his ascension, and then LeBron came in the league in 2003. But probably, I might be misspeaking, but I feel like it was like 2001, 2002, 2003.
Yep. Right, I was getting in high school.
They might have been the biggest thing on the planet for basketball.
And they did it right, too, with their production, where they followed them on the road, did some of the outside of their performance things, and then they showed the whole action on the court. I mean, they went through how the professor became a member of And1.
Yeah, a lot of cool stories out there. Like to get some mixtapes going in recent days. Soccer would be kind of fun, too. Get some of these guys that've got unbelievable foot skills.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen enough All-Americans in the area that we could do that. We have a possible National Player of the Year candidate in Division I soccer as well, and Taylor Huff.
So cool. And
they still undefeated?
They are.
Yeah.
I just ordered some Taylor Huff merch.
Really?
She's got her own shirt now.
Oh,
it's
I gotta
taking
get me one.
Weeks to produce and get to me, but they just sent it a couple days ago.
Reminder, hurricanes went through there as well, down in Florida.
Oh.
Things like that.
Yeah.
You know. But that's sweet. Hopefully she gets a piece of the pie there.
She does. That's why I bought it.
That's so cool. You have to give me the link.
It's legitimately under the NIL tab on the Florida State merch page. So
I will purchase mine this evening.
Little on the pricey side. The more than I normally spend on a tee.
Hopefully it's a legit tee that can, that's going to be a shove.
How about a legit hit stick? Body's hitting the deck. This time it's Deegan McLaughlin taking the wrath of Martin, who I think if he wanted to, probably could be a good linebacker on Friday nights. They need him out here, though, on the soccer pitch. But we've seen quite a few players do double duty. A girl that I just saw a couple of nights ago for Crestview. How about a three-sport fall athlete? Elise Belcher. What a crazy story.
I tried 2 with golf and football, but 3? I don't.
Never heard of it. I really haven't.
I mean, we see Olivia Long down at Mount Gilead. She's the backup kicker and volleyball player.
Right.
But 3?
I think you'd have to really go into the OHSA record books and see how many have been able to pull that off.
And she's quite the academic as well. Trying to get all that homework done, playing 3 practices a night. Bravo to her.
I don't exactly know what call we just got here, Trav. I kind of got blinded by the lights a little bit. Thinking about how you could possibly practice golf, soccer, and be a football kicker. But as we're back to action, and still 24 minutes remaining on the clock, anyone's game, but Clear Fork can really go about cementing a stake to their claim with one more as Beachy whips it backside. Berardi just a half step behind. But you gotta love Cade. I think that's him looking for his own shot. Knocks it back post and just had one of his classmates, Coy, tracking. Get a Clear Fork substitution. Martin gets a big ovation as he steps off for the first time here at half 2.
We talked about the deep benches these teams have. That is something you absolutely need in the tournament as well, because you want those fresh legs as much as possible for key times. I mean, we saw it with Martin getting the break at halftime, coming right out and scoring in his 4th consecutive match.
Amazingly, still 15 and 16-year-olds need breaks sometime when they're out there running.
Well, they should deserve breaks if they're going at 100% the whole time, just to keep them fresh. But other than that, just keep them in there.
One trickles into the box, redirected. Now McCauley gets involved. Deacon tries to swat it out of there. No one really has clean contact until Beachy right here.
What a save.
Great save by Troy Hoffbauer as he has to spring up to the 3rd level to get a piece. But it's Cade Beachy again looking for his own.
I mean, that could have easily clinched it for Clear Fork, but he saves, at least for the moment, the season for Upper.
Off the corner kick. Never made it into the field of play. Obviously, it looks like the mindset there was try to find Beachy and or Coy Berry on that backside.
Mindset. Yeah, it was the plan, but it just didn't curve enough to get back into play.
Solid defense here by K2. Doing a little bit of everything tonight. He has been that straw that has mixed up the drink all season long for Clear Fork. Feels like he's getting in a zone right now. The Colts overall just are. Few nice touches. Just mishit there trying to find Weichel. But definitely finding feet, working it into a rhythm right now offensively.
But more importantly, running clock.
Just keeping it down on their side of the pitch and keeping Upper Sandusky away from some of those bombs and those rocket launchers that they had loaded up early on here in the second half. They've been playing defensive soccer for about the last 10 minutes. And this gentleman right here, Wes Bunnell, has rarely been tested. Big booming punt. Taken by Julio out of the air. Good thing. Otherwise, McCauley was going to be right there to try to make a charge on it. Now the Rams trying to flip fields. Beer.
Oh, wow.
Whew. Look at a little high step for him out of there, too.
Oh, man. Wow. Look at this replay.
Yeah, sick move. Other ends. It was Finn McCauley. He went touchline. Just tried to lay it back, hoping that he would have a teammate in the window. Now back to him, Finn. Goes left, shoots right.
Oh.
Left paw on it. But another dangerous play here in the setup for Clear Fork. Love that touch to get around the defender. And a heat-seeking missile, the only way to redirect that one for Troy was just to try to slip up his hand as fast as possible. Third look. Well, this was just to keep it in play.
But can we talk about the play on you? Like a
dope
movement on a dime.
Dope move for Beer.
Just split. I mean, look at this.
And look, I love right here. I started getting a little bit of high knees. And sometimes
that should be in our intro video for next year, right there. That little high step after.
Yes.
That was fun.
Blasted by McCauley. Bieri was there to try to redirect, or Stewart rather. But it's played nicely by Hoffbauer. Rams still with 19 minutes to play with. You'd love to try to get a goal within the next 9 or so, going to that final 10-minute chapter, and just need one more for the equalizer. Colts have been making it really tough, dominating the TOP. But they'll allow this one to race out and give it back over to Upper Sandusky.
But again, kicking it out of bounds about 80 yards away, they'll take that. It takes time off the clock. It forces Upper to reset and allows your defense to reset.
Little battle for possession now. It belongs to the Rams with Burton. He'll sling it out here. Bourne had it deflected. And the Rams starting to funnel some numbers forward, but Beachy back into the picture and somehow finds Finn McCauley. My goodness. Excellent play there. Just been an A+ match so far for the sophomore Cade Beachy. Can't ask for much more out of this kid. And how many sophomores do you see earn that captain's badge like Cade has? Clearly, he's got the respect of his teammates, and he's playing like a captain tonight.
Not many, and usually by the time they're done being a senior, they have some big accolades as well.
Well, we saw older brother, great distributor over the last 4 seasons for Clear Fork, and Cade had to come in and try to fill his shoes right away. Doing it admirably right now.
Oh, Rick Hogger had the pleasure of coaching him back in the day.
Swindle, shoulder to shoulder. He'll pitch it out wide. Stewart, foot race, dangerous slide tackle, and no whistle comes here on McLaughlin. I think they determined he got at least a little piece of the pie. Let's see.
I think they're giving they're giving a corner. Got the slide tackle, so no foul, but it will be a corner for the Colts.
Emily's cheering on the Colts tonight. Nathan, Natalie. It's got to be Natalie, of course.
Yeah, she's home with a sick kid.
unless there's a doppelganger out here coaching tonight.
I do know there's, got the runny nose. The colds are going around.
Gotta say, I'm definitely not tip-top myself. I think the
you
whole
get that with the
fam's
weather
been down.
change. You get that with the weather change.
It's rough.
Ram substitution, number 17, Carter Hillman. And
Hey,
number
Abby
26.
Lynn. Looks like your Colts might be moving on tonight. Chelsea, you as well.
Hopefully 3-1's the score for tonight. Guardians up 3-1, now in the 7th. They're 6 outs away from making this a series once again.
In just under 16 minutes for Clear Fork. Can they punch their ticket? A rocket shot. Ooh, nice hands that time displayed by Hoffbauer. If not for the sticky fingers, we'd see a 3-goal differential. Nice bend on that one, too, from Martin.
Harry and Marv would appreciate the sticky fingers.
Yeah. The Wet Bandits.
Wet Band. W-E-T. Stop it. It is almost time to watch that movie, too.
Can't believe the holiday season. It's here. They're already promoting the new Hallmark movies.
They start tomorrow.
Whew.
Yeesh.
Finn McCauley, the second time tonight, he's been just a fraction away from making the back of the net sing. Look at this one, 22 yards out. But Hoffbauer, really tip your cap to that kid. He's allowed 3, but
he's
my
had a
goodness.
I mean, he's kept this team in it, at least. And it's a 2-goal deficit, but anything can happen, and he's keeping his squad at least with a chance. Here's a bunch of those saves. That one. Just the presence of mind to keep with the ball and just punch it away.
And this was that other one from McCauley I was talking about where, you know, he's hitting it at about 100% pressure. But just great defensive play, one after another here, all on display to keep Upper Sandusky in this game. Now, can they bottle up a little bit of offense, try to get back in this one, as Gabriel coming up gimpy.
I think somebody stepped on his heel accidentally and spiked him a bit. See right there.
Yeah, no question about that one. So if throws Randall off just a tad, and for Upper, their trip down into the attacking third, short-lived yet again. That's been a big piece of the storyline here in both halves, but specifically here in this second, they came out hot, got that goal. Since then, they've really been just trying to fend off Clear Fork over and over again. Their counterattacks have not lasted, but just a little drop in the bucket.
Still plenty of time.
Out in space, Beidelsheis.
But I would say Upper's going to have to score here shortly to give themselves a chance.
Yeah, like I said, you'd like to get it before that 10-minute mark. But at least to kind of think about basketball season, as my good friend Joe Baylog always says, you'd like to get it under 10 with 5 to go. So in this scenario, you'd like to get it under 1 goal with about 5 minutes to play. And
you mean a score, a stop, and a score? And a stop and a score.
Oh, I am so looking forward to Season 3 of Joe's show. And what will that man do next? We've already seen that he wants to be a pop star, as that's popped off. Whew. But a little bit wide. Jamma, Montana, who would have thought that would be burning in the soul and the desire for one two-time now Hall of Famer.
Yeah, to be inducted into the Ohio Basketball Hall of Fame, so I cannot wait for the first intro that he's going to have.
Yeah, that guy, he's going to have some new Gucci shades. I just know it. That fur coat's not going to be enough anymore. Look out for Season 3. Coming soon. Basketball season. You know how many people keep asking me about basketball already?
Like, can we get through? Can we get the football playoffs
I
first?
guess not. What?
You know what the best thing about the Joe Show though is?
No.
Though is the fact that he is enjoying doing it too.
I sure hope so. It's a different look at sports. That's what he's commented on. His favorite thing is to go to the practices.
Oh yeah.
Love seeing how other top-tier coaches operate.
The times I go with him, we'll shoot our stuff early, and then he'll stay. We'll stay around, watch practice. He'll talk with the coaches, the players, and that's the best thing, too, the respect that coaches have around the area for him. Say, what would you do here? Would you like to talk to our kids? Things like that. It's pretty cool to see.
Have to get a show like that going in soccer at some point, whenever Jesse Ryder
Well, I was going to say we did, but he ended up taking over a squad that's one of the favorites in their bracket.
Yeah,
that ball's still up.
Finn McCauley. And
so close.
That's kind of been like his sub-headline tonight is so close. Another time. And I think just enough of that pinky for Hoffbauer gets a chunk of the leather there to just make it so that it's redirected. As that one is to the middle. Ooh. And Gabriel comes flying in.
He keeps his feet. He might have a chance there.
Weichel will send it out wide for Swindle. Big first touch. Helps him turn the corner. Tried to lay it up there for Martin. And now, gosh, what a find. And the one-touch shot is a little bit too high, but for Beachy, he's such a crafty player.
He has just been peppering the net here tonight and been so close. He could easily have a hat trick tonight.
He's the clubhouse leader, unquestionably, for our Quest Bank MVP. And here he is again, going back to work, chipping it. Somehow finds its way through to Finn. And Bourne turns, and look what I found. Nobody working that right wing, at least not that high. As I think the referee signal, it should be Upper Sandusky throw. That's going to be the case.
Little gamesmanship there, taking some more time off the clock.
And that the biggest factor now is 9 minutes, 20 seconds, perhaps all that remains in Upper Sandusky season. And for Clear Fork here at home, they've had a couple of complications. Looking to cap this one off with a big victory tonight. Below 500, 3-5-1.
But see who they played on their home turf as well. Some really good squads.
Yeah, they test themselves. Had Lexington come over to their place. We saw them against Madison on opening night. Norwalk's been here. Mansfield Senior as well. So kind of the who's who of area soccer making their way down to the Colt Corral this season. Rams with a chance here. Vinyl Shy's on his horse. And he seems to think that it should be a corner kick. I certainly thought it was off of him.
Don't want to do that.
I think he's going to get yellow carded. And if he doesn't, that's kind of a miss.
Yep, there's the stop.
Yeah, you can't allow your tempers to flare like this. And
They give out cards on this field.
we saw last time we were here, there was like 7 yellow cards in the second half. So it was like trick or treat. No matter where you went.
Every house had the same candy, though.
Yeah, all the same candy, no matter which place you went to. It was just banana flavor. Yellow, 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 which I'm a fan of. I'm cool with that for my treats, but I know that I'm probably in the minority.
Now a discussion with the I haven't seen a card yet, though.
And I guess I don't mind it one way or the other, but you probably should. I'm more 75% lean towards give the kid a card.
Yeah, let him,
send him out for a little bit. You got to think about it. You can't show up the referees at the high school level. Not like that. Can't get away with that really at any level.
No.
Everybody.
Still, yeah.
Huh?
Still a little upset on the sidelines. But that's, you're trying to win in the tournament. You have a shot here. It just, it looked like the right play was out of bounds, but when you're so invested, sometimes your emotions get the best of you. It's all right.
This is the senior season for Connor, who is a 3-time letter winner. So the kid has played a ton of varsity soccer here for the Rams. Already back at the flag, ready to check in as Martin makes his break, but just skirts there across the turf. But Travis giving me that motion like tick, 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 tick.
And look, they're able to take the kick back from the goalkeeper, and they'll be able to run more clock off here.
Bourne weaves his way into the middle. Poked away that time by Julio. And launched out. Throw-in coming up.
More time will be coming off the clock.
Lily says, thanks for the shout-out to MC. Appreciate you, Lily, for tuning in tonight. Beachy's had it on a string, basically from that opening start. Redirected, and an easy save this time for Hoffbauer. He's not had too many of those. And yeah, high praise of Cade Beachy from Rick Hogger.
One of the smartest, smoothest players he's ever coached.
Well, Nathan Gailey, of course, gave him that and much more when we talked to him pregame. And
he's been the Jamie Tart we needed him to be, though, tonight.
Yeah, definitely. You cannot critique his game whatsoever. He has made the right decision every time he's been in front of that frame. Laid it off, had an assist to get the party started, and put one in the back himself.
Substitution number 5.
As Vital Shies trots back on, presumably for the last 6 minutes, 10 seconds. Upper's got to go to work. They'll target Connor immediately.
Oh,
just a bad pass. And continuity on the offensive side of things for the Rams has not been consistent here in half number 2. They have seldom been down in the attacking third, and when they have, it's been short-lived. And at some point, right now, Clear Fork defending with 11. Rams keeping 4 back still near midfield, actually 5. I think you got to flip up that strategy at some point. It does leave you susceptible sometimes to the counter strike.
But when you're down 2 with less than 6 minutes left, you have to take a chance.
Out in front, McCauley's had 2 clean looks. Played for the cross here, back to Papa. Now Beachy gets the defender on skates, weaving through traffic again. Cade Beachy, get out of town! Oh my gosh. Another solid save, Swindle with the shot. But look at this.
Good golly, Miss Molly. Whew.
I mean, that dude was slippery to the max.
Seriously, if he would have made that, if he would have scored off of that, I'm instantly putting that up for the Sports Center top 10 on Twitter. That
might have won.
Yeah. My goodness.
Speaking of which, I saw Sabrina Onescu.
Oh, what a shot.
And she was at the top of the top 10. I have a guilty admission to make. I thought it was with an L for her entire career. I thought it's been Linescu until last night.
It's an I. Ionescu.
I just thought they got it wrong all the time on the bottom line. They're like, why did they do the lowercase L? I thought it was just a thing she did. I didn't know.
What a shot she had.
Whew.
New York's never won a championship. The one time in college she had a really good chance of winning a championship. Got canceled for COVID. Clutch.
She's there.
That's wide left, no good.
And clutching that left shin there is A.J. Swindle. But he pops right back up.
No chance to say Swindle that time.
It's coming. The Swindle brothers have been solid tonight. Definitely played their part. Beer 2. I mean,
Beer's getting tackled. That's got to be a red, right?
It just steps over him like Allen Iverson in the finals. Certainly should be a card by my estimation.
He literally wrapped his arms around him and threw him to the ground.
And that's Caleb Barter, who he had the goal earlier. He's not happy. It's actually not going to be issued a yellow card.
A foul, that's it. Okay.
Zach Truex wants that for takedown of the week.
Hey, I know it's not wrestling season yet, but that could be up for a couple of different awards, I think, on the takedown. Is this takedown of the week material? Rather throw you than know you. I know that much. Is he counting lights? All the above. That show will be back for a second season. Here comes Martin, and this is what he does so well. He lulls you to sleep. His acceleration, he can go from first to third gear. He just jumps over one. Who needs second? One of those automatic transmissions. They'll try to find him deep in the corner now. And obviously it's getting a little bit chippy as the closing minutes are milking away here in Upper Sandusky. Probably can feel it. It's a heavy sensation. I've been a part of it. All high school athletes have that didn't win all state championships when you just know the writing's on the wall.
There are some teams that just win it every year, like Marion Local in football.
It's just,
they don't know what it's like.
They got 2 big games coming up, though.
Yeah.
Number 1 versus number 2 in the state, I think, next week in Coldwater. Or this week, one of the 2.
Nice ball into the corner again, Martin. See if he just tries to burn some time. I think Clear Fork, they've controlled so well, and their spacing has been of such that they'll try to probably sink one more into the nylon in the back. And especially with Beachy at the controls. Martin, smooth trot. Probably should have been a foul. No whistle there on the contact from McLaughlin.
Just shoots it wide.
And no ball present behind the net. Do have a few different ball boys here in the house. As a couple balls on the field. And I've said it, how many times have I said, and I think this is the perfect moment. We got to get that pinball action going on. Like, hey,
multi-ball.
There's 1 minute left. We want that second ball out on the field. Creates a little bit of chaos, a lot of fun for the fans. Certainly for the players, you got to have your head on a swivel. I will create my own league at some point, and we will have that, even if it's just for a day.
Offsides, Clear Fork.
In that vein, Brian, I think that the winner of this should take on Kenton, your friend. Not the team, Kenton, your friend. So, much more fun.
I missed the first part. Our producer was talking to me about...
The winner should play Kenton Oakley, not Kenton the school.
Oh, well, if you guys out there know who Kenton Oakley is, you know that he doesn't move very well. I'm taking Clear Fork in that one all day. Kenton will show up in boots, too.
Yes.
That's a guarantee.
Well, these boots from Clear Fork are walking on to a district semifinal.
Hey, how about it? The Colts, sectional champions again for the second time since 2001. 3-1 the final score here as Beer and Company march on into the next round. They're going to give a nice little ring to the victory bell. No, they're not. Juke! Heading back the other way. Solid performance, though, by the Colts here tonight as they lay a couple on in the second half to get it done. We'll take a timeout. When we return, we will have an interview with our Quest Federal Credit Union MVP. I'm not even going to give you guys a chance to vote here tonight. We're going with Cade Beachy. Dude was unbelievable. He's even leading the line here for the handshakes. That's where he belongs. He was the leader here tonight. We'll hear from him, and then we'll have our Panchos Tacos post-game report all coming up live and free after this.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Home and kitchen supply, we're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Presented by Quest Federal Credit Union. Cade Beachy, big performance here tonight and a big victory. And let's start there. Just getting a win here on your home surface. I think the end of the year, probably not exactly how you guys wanted to finish, but in the playoffs when it matters most, you get it done. How satisfying was this one tonight?
It was really satisfying to get it done tonight. You know, last year we beat them 4-1, but we didn't know what we were expecting coming into this game. But we put one in early, late in the first half, but we were very happy to get a good one out, but they're a tough team. You know, they put one in on us and we were a little nervous, but hopefully we can, do what we do and keep on going on.
That late goal in the first half by Will Stewart, anytime one comes like in the final 3 minutes, I always feel like it adds just a little bit more value than any other goal. Halftime, what was the mindset for you guys and what was the feeling after you got that one and you took the lead?
But we were at a high point at the end of the first half, so we didn't want to let down at all. So we wanted to come out and just completely destroy them at the second half so they didn't have any chance. But we put one in on them, and they obviously put one back, but our mentality didn't want to change to keep on going for the goal.
You were looking for your own shot tonight, something that Coach and I talked about before the match. Felt like if you were able to get yourself into some positions to try to find the net that you should. You certainly were in a position to do that a bunch here tonight. Tell me about your offensive game and what you were seeing, because it felt like you had quite a few opportunities and obviously created some too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I want to get my team some goals. I want to get some of my teammates, my friends. But, I also want to try to score. That's probably what a lot of people want to do, So I try to get as good looks as I can, but if I can't get it, then I'll try to pass it off, and then hopefully my team can score it, which they have.
Felt like you got into a zone as well, just with your ball handling skills here tonight. Was that something that you felt yourself, that any time that you touched it, you had the ability to get by one or two defenders and make the right play?
Yeah, I usually see if I can try to dribble past one or two and then try to give it to my other team. But there's some gaps in the defense where I dribbled through some, and then hopefully there's different times when I can dribble and different times when I can't.
This team, still a really young nucleus. A lot of the kids are in your class, just sophomores. So getting to the next step here this season, something that you didn't do last year, how much value do you think that you've taken from just growing and having that progress of experiencing it last year and now taking that next step as sophomores?
Yeah, it's really nice to see the progression through freshman and sophomore years as we're a really young team. So, you know, it's awesome to see all of us grow as a team. We didn't really start off great in the first season at the start, but we've slowly worked through all of our defense, offense, every position really, and we're going to try to keep going forward through this tournament.
Well, congratulations. We look forward to seeing you next week in the districts at Shelby. Before we turn you loose, look at the camera. Shout out as many people as you want.
You know, I want to shout out my team, my coaches. I want to shout out my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
All right, Cade Beachy, your Quest Federal Credit Union MVP.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Kitchen Supply, we're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Here in the Valley, it's the post-game show presented by Panchos Tacos, the home team. Moving on as sectional champions as Clear Fork takes care of business 3-1 over Upper Sandusky. I'm Brian Skowronski, and now a special guest up in the booth with me, Nathan Gailey, joining us, the sectional championship winning coach. And really, I think a pretty dominant performance by you guys here tonight, specifically in that second half. Your time of possession went way up. Just how excited are you with what you saw from this young group and maturing, as we just heard from one of your sophomores, the MVP, talk about the fact that they felt like there was a lot of growth, and I think you guys really showed it here tonight.
Yeah, that was one of the things we talked about at halftime. We said we felt like the first half was almost two different halves in and of itself, that the first half, right off the get-go, they had some good looks out in front of the goal, and then as the half went on, we started getting looks. And so the message at halftime was keep doing that, because those are the things that are going to win us the game, and we'll find the net. And our offense just got into a good rhythm. And so it was good to see those shots start to fall and build some confidence in the guys.
Let's take a look at the stats for tonight's contest, Nate, and what we felt like you guys, the time of possession, 65%, and then the shots on net obviously really favored you as well. And that second 40 minutes, like you talked about, it just felt a whole lot different. You were in control the entire time. They rarely had opportunities in that attacking third.
Yeah, that was, again, the game plan, and that was the scouting report we had. We have to control the middle. We have to control possession, because we were confident that if we could control possession of the ball, we controlled the game. And that was going into it, and that's our strength when we can do it and when we find it. And I think as the game goes on and the boys get confident, we've often, as we break down games, our possession has gone up in the second half. And so no surprise that it did today. It's just a young guys, and sometimes they got to find their way and feel their way out there. It just took a little longer, it felt like, tonight than we had hoped, but in the end, it still worked out.
This has been a season with this young team. It's been a little bit up and down. Great competition. You've invited the likes of Lexington, Madison, Ontario over here to take you on at the Colt Corral. And now with the restructuring of the new expanded playoffs, I think you guys are in a position that's a little bit more makes sense playing schools that are closer to your size. So Upper Sandusky, check one. You get to move on and take on Kenton in the districts. Did you feel like coming into this tournament like this was one of your better opportunities to try to make a deep run?
Yeah, and that's the whole point of the schedule too. And I think it was frustrating sometimes during the season. We're like, man, what are we doing? But then we were hoping it was going to pay off, you know, and playing those teams, like you said, coming here, it prepared us for this. But certainly the district draw that it is now with teams our size. I actually ran into one of my former players before the game, and he goes, "This just isn't fair." I said, yeah, I mean, it took a few years. You know, that was the argument always, like, can we play some schools our size? So it sets up favorably. We play a Kenton team that seems like they're a solid squad. We don't know much about them. They're new to the district this year, so certainly we'll get busy breaking down some of their game. But we like the way that it shakes out.
And I think you got to like that it's at Shelby as well. So right here in Richland County, the fan support on Monday probably going to be very well in your favor.
Yeah, we're excited to play at Shelby. We've actually never played there because they don't have a boys team. So it's first for us. We hear great things about the facility, but anytime we can keep a game in Richland County for the districts, we love it. Our fans travel well, so we're excited to see what happens on Monday.
Yeah, we're excited to follow you guys throughout this tournament journey and see how far you can go as we do bring up the district bracket here, Coach. And if you will, just as the number 3 seed, and along with the top 2 down to the bottom of the bracket, you guys had the opportunity, if you wanted to, take that first round bye. Talk to me about the decision making on why you felt like it was smart for you to compete in a sectional championship and not have like a 16-day layoff.
Yeah, so there 2 major factors went into that decision. The first being that we didn't want a long layoff. You know, you get in a groove in the season, you're playing 2-3 times a week, and just almost sitting for 2 weeks. We just didn't want to do that. We wanted to play, and then we wanted to bring a sectional title back to the Valley. That was something that hasn't happened in 4 years, so we knew we had a chance to do that. And so once the 2 teams went, number 1 and 2 went to the same side of the bracket, we just said, let's go play, and we'll play whoever wants to come up there, and knowing that we get to play at home. So it's always important, and we love hosting a playoff game, and so those are kind of the big reasons to do it, just to get the boys being able to play at home and then a chance to win a sectional title.
Well, you did that tonight, so check off one box. And like I said, definitely looking forward to seeing how you guys compete moving forward into the district, where I think that you got a really good shot after testing yourself during the regular season against some Division 2s and some Division 3s. So thanks a lot, Nate. I know the party's still going on down here, so we'll let you get to it. Yeah. We'll let you cut loose here on this Thursday night, as we will cut you loose here, the viewers, as well as final score 3-1 here in the Valley. Clear Fork marching on to the round of districts. Live and free coverage, of course, presented tonight by all of our generous sponsors. Could not have done it without them, so big thank you to Wellspring Custom Pharmacy, Mechanics Bank, Quest Federal Credit Union, Home and Kitchen Supply, and everybody else who came together to make tonight's broadcast possible. For our camera lady, Jory Hollenbeck, our producer, Adam Thompson, I'm Brian Skowronski for Travis Berardi, saying so long here from the Clear Fork Valley.